What's going on, y'all? Arel Moody here, America's top young speaker. If you saw my last video, you know that I talked about what not to do in a thank you card, the deadly sins of writing thank you cards. Now, obviously, if I told you what not to do, you have to be asking yourself, what should I do? Well, if you haven't seen what not to do, go ahead and click the link below. You'll be able to check it out there. Now, in this video, I'm going to show you exactly what you should be doing to connect with people and to stand out. Now, just by writing a thank you card to someone, you're actually going to make yourself stand out leaps and bounds ahead of everyone else. Now, how do you make yourself stand out leaps and bounds ahead of the people who actually did send a thank you card? I want to reveal to you now my 7-step secret sauce of how to write thank you cards that impact people, that make you stand out, and most importantly, allow you to connect with them on a deep level. All right, here's the 7-step system. Step number 1. What you first want to do is make sure you're addressing it to the person in the right way. If it's a peer or someone that's around your age, feel free to use their first name if it's appropriate. If it's an elder, make sure to use a more formal Mr. or Mrs. or Miss. Now, if you're not sure how to address the person, it is always a better idea to err on the side of formal than informal, because if you're formal, you can always step back and become more informal. If you start out informal, it's really hard to get the respect back up to a formal level. Step 2 in the formula, the very first thing you want to do in the body of your thank you letter is remind the person on how you know them. A lot of times people write thank you letters and just assume the person receiving it instantly will know who they are by the person's name who's sending it, and a lot of times they don't. So you want to remind the person. I'm going to use a made-up scenario here to walk you through each parts of this. So in this particular case, I'm going to say, hey, Mr. Johnson, it was so great meeting you at the Underwater Basket Weaving Association meeting. I just made that up. The third step in this process is that you want to specifically thank them for something that's insider info between you two. Doing a general thank you like, hey, it was really great to meet you, or really great connecting with you, that's not going to do. That's not going to make you stand out. What you actually want to do is thank them for something specific that just the two of you will remember. So let's say in the conversation, I learned something I didn't know before. I might say in the letter, I really appreciate you taking the time to teach me the difference between a submerged cut and tuck technique and a wicker basket triple twining weave. That was a tongue tire. The fourth step is where you let them know how you're going to use what you're thanking them for in the future. So saying something like, hey, I really appreciate that. I really want to become the president of the Basket Weaving Association. So knowing that I'll be able to get this down is really going to help me get to that point. Thanks so much. Or, you know, in a more realistic example, if you're a real estate agent, you never want to say, hey, if you're thinking of a real estate agent, could you, work with me? Or, hey, if you're looking to hire someone, I hope you really consider me. You don't do the ask there. You say something about how you can apply the information you learn from them in whatever it is that you hope to actually build as the relationship. You say something about how you can apply the information you learn from them in whatever it is that you hope to actually build as the relationship. So if you were a real estate agent, you might say something like, hey, I really appreciate our conversation about the neighborhood I was showing some people. I'll really make sure to use it for the next family I help find a house. If you're looking for an internship or an apprenticeship with a company of some sort, that's when you might say something like, I really look forward to using that information that you share with me, hopefully in position X, if I can get that in the near future. The next thing that you're going to want to do is actually give them your contact information. In my other video, I told you don't drop your card in there, because when you drop your card in, it makes it feel like a business transaction. So instead, what you want to do is say, feel free to shoot me an email anytime at iloveunderwaterbasketweaving@gmail.com, or give me a call at 555-5555. Anytime. I look forward to staying in touch. When you handwrite the information, it actually makes it seem more like a friendship, like a relationship that's being built. And that's really important. So please write legibly. Now we're up to the 6th step, where you're coming to the close of the thank you card. You want to go ahead and say a comment that's going to kind of make them smile or warm their heart. So in this particular scenario, I might say something like, hey, I really look forward to applying your advice on doing the cut and tuck process. I hope to do it so well that no rim could ever fall off of the top, even if it wanted to. Now that's actual basket weaving lingo. You want to use something that's going to let them know how you're going to apply it and do it in a way that's hopefully going to make them smile. If it's appropriate, feel free to use a smiley face. that is somewhat of a, there's no black and white rule with it. Sometimes that smiley face will be inappropriate, and sometimes it'll really actually make the person feel connected to you. I tend to err on the side of using smiley faces because that fits my personality. So just make sure it fits your personality as well. So now we're at step number 7. At this step, basically what you're gonna do is just thank them again and leave your signature. So I usually like to say, thanks again, I really appreciate it, Aurel Moody, America's top underwater basket weaver, or something else of that nature. It's just real simple, real easy, but make sure at the end you thank them one more time. It really shows you're appreciative. There is a 7-step system for how to write a thank you card that's gonna make you stand out, connect, relate with people, and it will never make you seem like Chester the molester of emotions. If you wanna see exactly what that looks like, look in the description below, and I'm gonna have a full example thank you card. Do me a favor, leave me a comment, like the video, and also subscribe to the channel so you can get more videos. The comment I'd like you to leave is, let me know, we'll actually use this. Use the process. Tell me what happens, even if it's a week or a month from now. I'd love to hear what you were able to use that were able to help you connect with people better, and I'd love to hear success stories. So hopefully you subscribe to the channel, get more videos. You are awesome.
Yeah.